Hello YouTube. Today I am making a recipe that is hamburger steaks. I guess that's the best way to describe them. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and set you down so you can see everything that I'm putting in and go from there. So I have my 80-20 ground meat. It calls for a pound and a half. I have 2 pounds and a quarter. So I'm going with a little extra on the seasonings. But I have a steak seasoning salt, and I have 2 teaspoons of that, and I also added this seasoned meat tenderizer that I'm also adding. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in right now. Just because I have a little bit more meat, so I added a little bit more of the seasoning. I also have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I'm just adding that in. Again, this is a little extra because it only called for a pound and a half of meat. 1 egg. Break that and just put that in there. And sorry, I gotta grab the pepper. I forgot it. And we have pepper, and the pepper you're gonna do to taste, so I'm just putting in what I think's enough for me and my family. And then the recipe does call for raw onions, but I like mine cooked down a little bit, so I cooked them down a bit. And I'm just gonna go ahead and I guess I should face you when I do this, but I'm going to go ahead and add my my cooked onions that I cooked a little bit, just till they got a little translucent, and some of them did get a little bit of color, but that's okay. That's the way I like them. That's the way we like them. So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing this up, and then I'm going to start making some patties. And then I'll come back and I'll show you like the last patty that I make, so you could get an idea of what they're gonna look like. And then we'll go from there. Now we're back. I have all my patties. I shaped them more into like an oblong, oval, I should say, shape. So now once they're shaped, now you want to dip them into the flour and coat them well. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm coating all of the steaks, the hamburger steaks, as I make a mess everywhere. I have flour all over the table. But yeah, so you want to get them all floured up, put them on another plate so you're ready to put them in your pan. So I'm going to go ahead and finish flouring these. I'll show you one more. Here's a better view. But just flour it real well. Flip it over. Get the other side. And move it. And put it on to your plate until you get it to your pan. Let me finish this. And then when we come back, I'll show you me putting them into the pan. Okay, in my pan I have about 3 tablespoons of just some vegetable oil. And now I'm going to brown these on each side. So I'm going to take each one of these and place them in the oil. Try to shake off the excess flour because I did add a little extra so that it wouldn't stick together. They wouldn't stick together. But I'm going to try to fit as many of these as I can into my pan. And I have my heat on medium-high, which I'm going to put it up more medium-high. It was a little bit at medium, just medium. So I put it up just a little bit more. And just trying to place all these in here, like I said. As many of them as I can. And with the 2 1/4 pounds of meat that I had, I got, let me double count that and make sure. But here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a total of 9. So I'm gonna go ahead, try to stick the rest of these in here. Hopefully I could get them all. I don't know, it's looking a little bit tight. Maybe once I, oh no, here we could get it, we can get it. Let's see. Once again, this stove that I have, the way this pot is, I have to kind of twist and turn it so that it cooks everything evenly. For some reason, it does not cook evenly, so I have to constantly turn my pan around. So right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and let these brown on each side. When those are done, I'll come back. Alright, I got all the meat out, all the hamburger steaks, and as you can see, they browned beautifully. So now we're gonna go ahead and start making the gravy part. With that, we are gonna add some onion. It calls for 3 cups. I'm using 2 cups. We have onions in the burger already, so no big deal. So you just want to let that cook down a little bit. So I'm going to let these cook just a few minutes till they get a little translucent, soften up a bit. So let me go ahead and let these cook down a little bit, and then I'll come back with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, my onions have cooked down, so now I'm going to go ahead and add actually my 1/4 cup of flour, and I am going to blend this in real well. Get that blended. And with that, after I get all that flour down, we're going to add 1 cup of beef broth and 1 cup of water. So I put it in my 2 cup measuring. So I have, like I said, this is my 2 cup measuring cup. I have 1 cup water, 1 cup beef broth. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the pan. I am also going to add a little bit more of my seasoned salt, just to taste. I'm going to add some pepper, again just to taste. And half a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, which I may not even use that much because we don't like too much Worcestershire sauce. So I'm going to go ahead, mix this all together, and let it start to thicken a little bit. Once it starts to thicken, that's when I'm going to go ahead and add my hamburger steaks back in to the sauce. So I'm letting this thicken up. As you can see, it already is starting to thicken up. It's still thin, but it is thickening. So I'm just mixing it up. You want to, get it stirring good and keep stirring it so that it doesn't start to bubble up and get clumpy and all that good stuff. So, and then once you add the steaks in, it'll help with the thickening process as well because of the flour that is already rendered onto the steak. And as you can see, that's definitely thickened up. So I'm going to go ahead and add my steaks in there now. And now I'm going to add, like I said, my steaks. Now, if you wanted to make it with mushrooms, now would be the time to go ahead and add the mushrooms in. And this is this will cook now. I'm going to put it down to simmer for 20 minutes and go from there. See what happens. And like I said, we're going to let this simmer for 20 minutes. And I will be back. I'm going to let that simmer covered for 20 minutes. Okay, really quickly, I wanted to come on and show you that this is completely done. The hamburger steaks are ready. The onion gravy is ready. And now I am just waiting for, I know this is going to sound weird. Most people use mashed potatoes. But sometimes my son can be picky, but he loves his sweet potatoes. So instead, I made sweet potatoes in the oven, and those are in the oven right now cooking. So I just wanted everybody to take a look at what that looks like. And then when I come back, hopefully I'll be plating and you can see what it looks like, and I'll be back. I didn't make my sweet potatoes on this video, but I did want to show them off. So this is what my sweet potatoes look like. And those are marshmallows on top. So now I'm going to go ahead and plate this and be right back. And here it is. This is the plate of the hamburger steak with my sweet potatoes. And it came out delicious. I did try a piece of the hamburger steak and it is fantastic. I know what the sweet potatoes taste like already, so I didn't have to taste those. But this came out to be a very easy dinner, and it was easy, it was simple, not much to do. And instead of sweet potatoes, you can make mashed potatoes. Also, I wanted to say thank you for spending some time with me today and watching this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, click that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you didn't like the video, as I always say, click the like button anyway. It really helps me out. I'm really hoping to gain some more subscribers. So please, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing today. I would greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank all the ones that are subscribed and that continue to watch my videos. Thank you so much. And eventually I will be doing some sweets, like cookies and things like that. But right now I've been just kind of sticking to the dinners and stuff. But they will be coming, the cookies and things like that. So please, like I said, comment, subscribe, like, and let me know what you think. Especially if you make this. Let me know what you thought of the meal. Thanks again. Everybody, have a good night. See you in the next video.